Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about what's a good emergency amount to have. A good emergency amount in the Philippines is usually, I would say anything above 10,000, but I would say 30,000 to 50,000 is on the safer side. And I'm going to tell you why. A good heart attack, a good stroke is going to set you back probably about anywhere between $10,000 to $50,000, depending on whether you need an operation or something like that. Could even cost you more. And that's one of the reasons why you need to have extra money here. Even if you have some sort of health insurance over here, I highly recommend that you really take a look at your insurance and see what you're going to be covering. You know, because sometimes the peso plans is a good deal for a healthy person, and for the peso plans through Pacific Cross. But you can go through Pacific Prime and also get 10 different quotes from them. Okay, but here's the thing: you can also get a dollar plan, which is more expensive, through Pacific Cross. It's basically like an American type plan versus a Philippine type plan, which is what we call the peso plan. Okay, but we call it the peso plan over here. Anyhow, the dollar plans over here are pretty good. They give you a lot of coverage, and some of them, I guess, now are paying the hospitals directly, provided you use one of their providers. Now, that's a great thing, but you should still have emergency money over here. God forbid they say that they're not going to cover something, or you get in a jam, you got some money to get the heck out of here, get out of Dodge. And I know a lot of guys don't save money when they come here. They don't have any savings, and a lot of those guys are the guys that tend to come here, and that's a bad plan. You know, if you're young in your 50s, work another 4 or 5 years or 3 years or something, throw half of that money aside, just rent a room or something and save as much as you can, then come over. You know, and you'll feel a lot better having that safety net there for you. But I wanted to put that out there because it's key and important to have a good emergency fund. You really need to have that emergency fund. Don't come here if you don't have an emergency fund. Seriously. I don't care how healthy you are. If you're planning on living here, you need an emergency fund. Don't plan on coming here without it. But I come over here and I'm pretty healthy, and as I stay here, I notice I'm starting to age. Things are breaking down. It's costing me a little bit more in medical charges and stuff like that. Some of the stuff, I cover all my outpatient. I don't cover inpatient. That's covered by my Pacific Cross peso plan that I have. Okay? But I do have savings. I do keep putting extra money in there every month and things like that. That's what you need to do, guys. Have that extra cash. Have it available. Don't give up on saving just because you're retired. You should always try to build that money towards $50,000 and leave it alone. You know, if you're coming over here with less, some people can come over here because their retirement money is like $3,000 or $2,500 or $2,000, and you can save probably a good $1,000 a month or more of that if you're wise and you're frugal towards your emergency fund. Have a plan. You know, either you can save back there and you can work and save towards it, and you know, have insurance through your work or whatever until you come over here. At least then when you got here, you have full coverage and full emergency money when you hit the beaches here. I just want to kind of push that, and I think just about everybody out there, I mean, I know a couple of the subscribers were stating the same thing the other day, that they're glad that they had an emergency fund, because as soon as they got here, they started getting sick. They started having heart problems. They started having this or that, or getting more sicknesses or whatever. It's going to happen to you too, guys. Don't think that you're invincible because you're healthy back at home, because the Philippines is a whole different ball game. You know, you're out in the sun more, but you're also picking up more bacteria and things. Things happen. Sometimes you don't eat as well, things like that. Be ready, guys. Be prepared, okay? I just don't want to see anybody coming over here being caught with their pants down, you know, and not have enough money to even go home or something like that because of a lack of planning and lack of emergency fund. Plan. Have an emergency fund. Have it. Don't come here without an emergency fund or really damn good insurance and at least some extra cash in your pocket or whatever that you can put aside and hide and use for emergencies. Remember, some insurances might turn you down for something and say, well, we don't cover this, we don't cover that, we don't cover this. Then what are you going to do? Or they might cover 20% or 10% of something, or 50% or 75% of something. Then you're left holding the bag with the rest of the stuff. So be careful. Look at your coverage when you get this insurance. Anyway, guys, and you know, just remember, have that extra cash, guys. God bless. Take care.